Eric Muhameshin. When Eric first popped onto the scene, he was instantly recognizable because of his blonde mullet and cocky attitude. Back then, the parkour community subscribed to more of a humble monk, martial artist way of carrying yourself. Anybody who was just a little bit too proud of their skills was labeled a show-off and shunned. Meanwhile, Eric labeled himself a god of freerunning, so it's no surprise he was the target of a lot of hate when he first showed up. You gotta hand it to Eric though, because not just did he deliver the hard tricks Russia was infamous for, but he also had immaculate execution. Eric really challenged and eventually managed to change the stereotype of the sketchy Russian parkour athlete, at least inside the parkour community. You see, back then, double flips were really the hardest tricks anybody would do. For most people, a double flip was the highlight of the edit and required a perfect setup. Along comes Eric, and pretty much every other clip in his video is a double flip. Eric's origin story is actually quite interesting. The dude learned to swim because he wanted to jump off of a bridge into a river. The fact that Eric learned his acrobatics into water still shows in his technique today, especially in how he spots his landing and of course in his air awareness, and how comfortable he is with heights. Because of his skills, a lot of international parkour events started flying out Eric to participate in their freestyle contests. Those contests are usually held side by side with speed competitions. And doing efficient parkour is not what Eric is known for at all. So when Eric said he would compete in speed, you could feel the atmosphere in the room. A lot of the OGs secretly wanted Eric to be humbled. Not just was he a dirty freestyler, he was also cocky about it. If Eric lost, it would be proof that no matter how good you are at acrobatics, you're not going to be strong and useful in an emergency situation. But Eric started winning a bunch of speed competitions as well, so make of that what you want. With all his travels, Eric eventually learned English and the parkour community learned to love Eric. He's still one of the most cocky guys you ever meet, but beneath that, he's a super sweet and caring dude. There's a lot more to say about Eric, but I'm gonna leave it at that for now because we're gonna run into him a few more times as we descend the iceberg.